Hello, amazing souls. Welcome back to another episode with me on my channel, Cosmic Contracts. So, today, what we are going to do is we are going to channel messages from the crystal skulls or the crystals that stored information during the times of Lemuria, also Atlantis, also Egypt as well, and many ancient civilizations. They very well understood how the crystals worked. They were able to store information in the crystals, as well as the crystal was able to impart wisdom to the deserving souls or the souls who were ready for new lessons. So you can say, like today, we have Alexa, right? So we command Alexa, but then she can store, also she can give you information. And in the same way, the crystals are talking to you in terms of vibration. So I would really want people who are listening to just relax. The more you relax, the crystal would be able to send in more vibration, more downloads, more wisdom for you only to access. And for that, the angels are saying, use your imagination. The more calmer your headspace is, you're cutting yourself from the 3D logical reality, and the more you create space, keep it empty, keep the mind empty, and then you start creating like the castle of information that I am going to send across you right now. So use the power of your creative imagination to expand and see. There are different, like there could be one line, but there could be different interpretations. So I will keep sharing a picture, and then you can expand it the way you feel it's going. Like, follow your intuition, your inner compass, because what is there for you, it will come and move towards you, right? Hold purest intentions while gathering this information sent and channeled via the crystal, because this information is only for the purest vibrations that we are holding within. Even if we are still in that 3D duality concepts, the inner vibration below many many layers is what matters to the crystal. Your true soul's vibration is what we are going to look at. Okay, so as we start, what I'm seeing is, I'll give you a little information first, that these crystals were the center, like the storing data that we have today, right? So they were the storage of data of galactic, intergalactic, depending on the temples. Like in the temple of Poseidon, we had this great crystal that was served by specifically 12 priests and priestesses who would there work with gathering, sending information for intergalactic purposes. Now these crystals radiated this beautiful golden white light, green, depending on the work the crystals. Every crystal has different purpose, and the people working, it's going to be a little different for everybody. But this great grand crystal that was in the temples had a lot of it had this, you can say it was like a library, right? Collection of knowledge and wisdom and ancient things. So what happened was, it was not you could not access the information just by being there or just by touching the crystals, right? The crystal was very intuitive in itself, just like we are intuitive. And when the rays of these crystals would touch the physical vessel, or let's say the etheric body of a person, it would know where it wants to, it had that intuition where it wants to send in the information or not. So the priests directly served this crystal, and just sitting around this temple in a circle, the students of light in the temples would gather their knowledge, and then they would go on to train and everything and impart that. So there were these 7 pillars that were surrounding this crystal, and these 7 pillars meant the 7 universal laws as well. So these temples were only teaching about the universal laws, about how to use your wisdom, how to use your, how to ascend your soul, how to gather more light and love into your own vessel, because everybody at the end has the capacity to be a vessel, a medium for the spirit work to happen via your vessel. But hardly few are awake, and some of us have done the work in past lives to bring that key, to bring that knowledge, to bring that wisdom for today. Now, these crystals were always the biggest spirit animal that we can say is the owl. So owl was always representation of, it's the representation of divine wisdom. Even in Indian religion, Ma Saraswati, she has an owl, and she is the goddess of knowledge. So the owl was always there, and it also many owls will come and connect, because birds are they are known as the representatives of the spirit world. They can be both in the air and on land. That's their special feature. So the owls were always there, and even owls had a lot of wisdom to share. So they were like the balancers between, transferring this vibration from the crystals to you. And these crystals were telepathic, right? So telepathically, people like the students could talk to the crystals, and the crystals could send in the information via the third eye of the light beams. The crystals were always, they had this capacity to even regenerate people. So the students, they would take their plants or their animals, and back in those times, death or disease was not there, but still, for regeneration purposes, these crystals were for healing, regeneration purposes. We use them. And today also, when the healers use crystals for their healing activities, what are they doing? They are kind of using a crystal to tune in, bring in this frequency, balancing the frequency of healing and sending it deep into your cells. Now what happened was, these crystals, so they were there were 12. Okay, they were like, they say 13 quartz size skulls were there, and they were fashioned specially to hold a lot of special kind of data, because we know if we are talking about intergalactic or universal information, it's going to be a lot, right? So they say that they were 13 initially, but they say 12, 13, but initially there were these, we will say 12 crystal skulls, and they were like really, really advanced computers. And there were 12 tribes of light, which we have talked before also on my channel. So every tribe of light held one skull. So it was like, holding the recorded history of these light tribes, from where they came, what universes, what galaxies, what did they learn there, what's happening out there in the space, what's happening in this in this earth, inner earth. So there is a lot of, it's like a very valuable, highly confidential data, we can say, that was stored in these skulls. And the leaders of these tribes, everybody had their separate, and they would hold them and access it for higher guidance from the above realms, or from the divine prime creator. So there was also this skull, which was a violet flame skull. It was amethyst or violet color skull, and it contained a lot of information from Atlantis as well. And it helped, to raise the vibration, materialize things. So in mysterious ways around the skulls, they were channeling and gathering information, these priests and priestesses. And especially during the full moon, right, these tribes, they would meet somewhere at the end of where the mountains and water and the sky met. It was like a mystical point of energy on planet earth, and the owls were somehow there surrounding it. And these crystal skulls were put on Mother Gaia in a circular sacred circle form, and they were healed, right? They were healed because they were then kind of sending information via energy into Mother Gaia, and also receiving energy from Mother Gaia. But then what happened is that, so they are doing it on earth, near the water body, mountain, sky. So they are putting in all the elements together for this full moon. It's a complete full moon ritual that they are doing. And what they are doing is that they are kind of channeling, sending. So it's like opening portals of via these skulls. And what happened is, when this and then later we had ice age. So they're saying that in the ice age, what happened is that all the glaciers that we see today, right, for a very, very long time, they were frozen, and they held that waters, the cells of those waters, they hold a very high vibration, high frequency that was downloaded from the Intergalactic Council, right? So it's like the fifth 5D energy, or the golden age energy, or this, the highly evolved spiritual energy that is stored in these glaciers. So as they are now melting with, we can say, global warming or whatever other reasons, the way they are melting and now mixing back into the waters and touching Mother Earth and somehow reaching us, what's happening is, we are remembering. This is also one of the contributing factors as to why we are awakening, because water holds generations of memory. And as you start, as it's melting, you will also start to see that your 3D reality is melting away, and this new spiritual side of you is coming up, and you're kind of tuning in more and more and more. So these skulls basically were also connected not just to animals, humans. They were also, or even the elements for that matter, they were also connecting to, the water and the animals that are in the water. So fishes, dolphins, whales, and these beings of light back in those days knew how to telepathically, or through their higher vibration, talk to the animals inside the water. The children felt very secure. They knew how to connect, how to talk, how to create more joy, joy and healing with the souls of these water animals, and especially with dolphins, right? Because there is one saying that once the Atlantis was falling, the beings of Atlantis, they took the form of dolphins and they came back to water. Then there are certain versions in Lemuria where they say that the dolphins, they kind of they were the priests and priestesses of the light temples that are within the waters, and they did a lot of work in healing, purifying, and raising the vibration of water. And these dolphins came from Sirius. Now Sirius is a very very spiritually evolved water body planet, and they work with the magic of water in order to raise the vibration and access higher dimensions. So with this, like we have Archangel Jophiel. So he was known to connect, he was known to help students of light back in those days to study, to evolve more in education, how they would connect into their deep inner knowing, deep intuition, and ultimately opening these inner portals to access the above portals of education and wisdom. So he helped them people he helped the students to work with the golden ray, because the golden ray is like a direct thread to access information, wisdom from the source. And the students were really curious all the time, because the more they got into it, they would go through these other alternate dimensions or astral traveling, and they would download a lot of information, and this built a lot of curiosity in the child. So from childhood only, the crystals, they were kind of exposed to the crystals via the temples. And it's even said that when we were fully activated in our 12 DNA, right, what happened was 12 DNA chakras, when the kids, there was this movie I remember, and in the movie, I can't what the exact scene is, that these people would like we have seen the dragon, the house of dragons, right? So they would get their individual eggs when a child is born. In the similar way, in the times of Atlantis or Lemuria also, or even more ancient times which we don't know of, when children would come, they were born, right? So they would born, the moment they're born, a crystal would manifest next to them, and this crystal held their data from where their soul is coming and what they are here to do. And these crystals would help this child to stay grounded in this new planet, or being incarnated into the similar planet, and provide that comfort. So they were very, like, from childhood they were very curious children of light, and they would always be working with the crystals, archangels, and they were only taking steps to fulfill the bigger picture of the divine plan. And you could see that energy, that radiance kind of flowing from them wherever they would come. And today also, those who are waking up, you can see when you meet them at a party or at an event, or they just cross by you feel a very different energy, and it kind of shifts something in your heart. And you can really feel like something is like it's just shifting in your heart space, and something is getting released, or there is all of a sudden there's a cold or warm feeling. You will feel their energy because it is very highly elevated, and they are very well able to, even if you are one of them, right, and you do not remember or realize, but you are able to clearly communicate with all your genuineness and honesty. And at times you'll be like, from where would I be so honest, and why would I even say that, the truthful thing? I could have lied or something. But the thing is, you are resonating with this quality of trusting in your divine self, and you understand the power of words, because you're deeply tuned to these frequencies of these crystals that we have been talking about so far. You have had access to these crystals. Either you have visited them, you have worked with them very deeply, or you had your own crystal being manifested, and you have lived this life. So the thing is, these crystals, they know how to communicate, bring out your more happier and healthier version. And even if you do not know, you're continuously in meditation or prayer in subconscious minds, and you're directly connecting to the source, and the source is very deeply listening to you, because you have been serving the light. And when you serve the light, the source will always make sure that your prayers, your petitions are kind of heard first, because you are going to do whatever you are taking the steps for. It's for the good of other people as well, not just for your own selfish motives. And you're like a bridge that will help people balance their own hearts and minds, so that they can also become a clear channel of communicating with the divine source and living their soul's purpose, or fulfilling their soul's blueprint for which they had incarnated here. And the best way is that start working with your angels or spirit animals, and you see how there is going to be a shift in your aura, and the way you communicate, you will always feel like there is a, not just you, the others will also feel that you are you're very clear with your words, you're very kind of able to put in a lot of energy of healing, upliftment, and happiness in people. So use this connection with the crystals and start activating your fifth dimensional frequency that you had always had within you, because you were also a you were practicing to be a priest or priestess, or you were a high priest or priestess in those olden times, and you had the capacity to use the power of your mind telepathy to even lift up things. So your mind is that powerful, so it's like a weapon, and make sure you use your weapon for the right reasons. So these are the messages for today. I hope these messages helped you from the crystal skulls. Take care.